wanted to just thank everybody for coming. I know the weather isn't the best, but we're trying to make the best of it. So the last thing I wanted to do was go through a little bit more about our opportunities that we have on as part of the R24 grant. Some of these weren't in the original version. They were in the renewal that we have sent in, but we still are doing all of these currently. And if you use that QR code right there, it will take you directly to this page on our website, which has a list of all of the different opportunities that we have, including the workshop that you're at. And then we also have the voucher applications, the internship opportunities for undergrads and for postdocs. And this year we have started training opportunities, but that's mostly, I'll go over that also. And at the bottom of each of, if you click on these and read the information about the undergraduate internship, for instance, there will be these buttons at the bottom. One of them is to review the RFA document that we have, and then the other one will take you directly to PyStar in order to apply for those. So the first one is the undergraduate internship, and the purpose of this is to provide an opportunity for undergrads to explore alternative career options in science and biomedical research. So we bring them in, and they get to have extensive hands-on experience with all of our state-of-the-art proteomics workflows, including experimental design. They go through sample prep of all kinds of different workflows, data collection on the mass specs, and also they go through bioinformatics. So they go all the way through the entire process. And again, there's a link there to go to that opportunity. So the undergrad one is a 9-week stay here at the National Resource here in Little Rock. It is part of also we have an Embry program at the university that brings in summer undergrad interns, and it goes for these dates here. So at the time that they're here, they will be integrated with, sorry, I was going to show you. Oops. Let me get to, so any undergrads that come in will be integrated with the Embry summer program also. And they will be with a whole group of different undergrad interns for the summer. They come in and they're welcomed, and then they'll go through all these different, they have different meetings every week where they go with the other ones, and they have different workshops, and they also have different social things that they do, such as bowling and things like that. So they aren't just here by themselves. Let's go back to, sorry, it's the first time I've actually tried to change. Okay, so like I said, it's a 9-week stay here. It's all includes a $6,000 stipend, and there's usually housing on campus that costs about $500 a month for that. And then they also have university privileges while they're here. Included is a $400 travel award so that they can present their findings or their research at a national conference or regional scientific meeting. So like I said, this one is for undergrads who will be rising juniors or seniors majoring in science. We take all of these applications in and consider their GPA, faculty recommendations, and the student's stated interest in a career in research. And these applications are due soon. They're due March 1st, and it's all through the PyStar, which you all had to use to apply for your participation here. So in addition, we also have a graduate student or postdoc internship. These are shorter. These are only 2 weeks, and they generally occur in the fall. And each year we try to take 2 graduate students out of the applicants, or graduate students or postdocs. And they'll spend like I said, 2 weeks in the lab. Usually they will have to have a project that they're ready to send by the end of August. And it will, if they send us their samples for that project, we will go ahead and prep them. And then once they get here, for sake of time, once they get here, they will work through a different sample prep that's similar to theirs. And then they will also go through data collection for their specific project and the bioinformatics for that. And it's also to inform students or postdocs about alternative career options in research core facilities. That includes all travel, lodging, and meals for the 2 weeks. And 1 quantitative proteomics analysis is included. Let's see. And again, they will work through all 3 phases of workflow. So they must be current graduate students or postdocs performing biomedical research. The submission is also on PyStar, and that one is actually the application deadline for that one is April 15th. And we're asking that all the applicants perform a pre-submission consultation, kind of like what you would do with SAM if you had a project you were sending, at least 1 week before the application deadline, just so we can get an idea of what you're wanting to do while you're here. So these are the important dates for that. The consult is due by April 5th. Applications are due April 15th. And then the samples have to be ready by around August 15th if possible. And then you would visit the core sometime for 2 weeks in the fall semester. So this year we've also started a training program, but this is opportunity mainly for proteomics core staff or experienced faculty that may have a mass spec in their lab that they're looking for more training training on how to use. Sorry. These applications were due December 15th, and we have our first 2 people coming in the spring for that. But that should be a reoccurring one as long as our funding goes through. And finally, we also have the nationwide voucher program. And I think some of you are probably aware of this. This is a voucher program to provide pilot skill research for investigators to use to support publications or ongoing research or possibly grant applications. And it will support up to a 10-plex tandem mass tag or 40 sample DIA discovery experiment. These are also, the application for that is also through PyStar. And for those, the applicants must have a pre-submission consult with SAM before they submit their application. And then they submit through PyStar. It's limited to 1 submission per PI per due date. And then we will allow 1 awarded voucher per lab per year. And these applications are due October 15th, February 15th, and June 15th. And this is every year. And then we also must have the samples submitted within 3 months of the award date. And we've already gone through what the 2 different types of experiments and why you would need those. So I think that's all I have.